Okay, so we are streaming, but I don't think YouTube is working again. So let's see if I can fix that. Oh no, there we go. Just takes a while. Good to know. So anyway, another day, more streaming. So yesterday we finished this slice here. I want to go over a couple of things. Yeah, and in chat, let me know if you can hear things or not. Let's just see. Oh, lots of good questions here about event modeling. I'll just announce that there. That's our Discord channel. If you want to get event modeling questions answered, let me know. Very important that we know about the upcoming workshop. We have about 13 days left, I think, until the workshop. Today's Thursday. So I think we have 14 days. I think it's still 14 days because the workshop's on a Friday. The open spaces is Saturday, so that means you don't have to take any time off of work to join here. So you can put in Saturday, and this here, of course, is Friday. I love Berlin, so I'm really looking forward to being back there. Yeah, anyway, it'll be really good to see all the people I've met over the years there. What do we have here? I also want to... oh yeah, this side here, just so we know. Also, yeah, the fonts were way too small last stream, so I'm going to make giant fonts for everything this time. There we go. Open spaces. I like how KDE now has this snapping. So Kubuntu has this idea that if you snap your windows to the quadrants and then you grab the lower edge of one of them, it's kind of like almost a window tiling manager, but not really. Still mousing around. So yeah, it resizes the other windows automatically, and then the snaps still work to those proportions, which is nice. So it's as if it keeps a magical sort of seam in between the windows. But anyway, yeah, this is Proofboard here. I don't think you can read that, but proofboard.com is where you go to that. So I'll just put it here. .com, and there should be a link there. I'm not sure if there is. Let's duplicate this tab and just see where you end up when you go there, just to see if it's easy enough to navigate. Oops, don't want to do that. So we'll get into the coding in a second here. I also want to do I think a separate series of Git posts, because yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's not very good out there in terms of Git advice, at least in my not so humble opinion. So here's the proof board. I don't know if I don't think there's a link to it in here. Yeah, that's all of the proof board. Features about login. Yeah, so you kind of need to be on the exact URL, which would be here, event modeling openspace.html. HTML. Okay, so 14 days left. Yeah, large font, so can't really see. June 7th. Okay, cool. So yeah, maybe I will set up some sort of shortcuts for these things, but this format's not going to be... Oh, and my stupid fat head is in the way there. So I should probably have these here and here. There. Oh. Okay. So I kind of want to have the pass through on my headphones so I can hear everything that's around me. All right. I'm not sure if this chat is actually working. Reload. Yeah. Okay, I have some feedback because I'm streaming this on my phone as a monitor. I've ordered, I've been doing a lot of network stuff recently. Last night, actually, till probably 5 in the morning, just trying to get the 10 gigabit network set up and trying to get 10 gigabits across wireless with lots of stuff. Oh, good, people are in here. Good. I'm glad things are working. If I hold this down, maybe do this. Chat's working. Hey, Tim. Good to see you. Maybe we should, since Tim's here, I should probably do one of these days do a proper agile talk. We have some opinions about the subject, so that would be good as well. Can do a... Oh, we had to reload the page to see it, the chat. Yeah, I also had to do the same, which is interesting because you're tweeting that. Yeah, agile's kind of a ruined word, isn't it? You have to start talking about better ways of being responsive and collaborative. Kind of similar to why we're doing event modeling. Anyway, yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the network stuff was just a pain, absolute pain. Just trying to actually get one of the better routers that I got to be the router instead of the ISP's router. So I was putting the ISP's router into bridge mode and then cloning the MAC address to, anyway, I think I have to get on the phone with them so that they switch some stuff on their side in order to actually make that work. But anyway, I don't deal with networking stuff on a daily basis or anything like that. So it would be nice to get some help from the other side. So anyway, I have 2 sets of routing going on my network right now, but I am getting decent speeds up to 2 gigabits on this, so should be good enough to stream. All right, so where did we get to last time? Right, so let's get rid of these. Don't want the shapes, and we don't want the format. We want, I was gonna do, I think, yeah. And these shortcuts on Kubuntu are amazing. Just holding down Windows key and, sorry, super key, not Windows, it's Linux, and right mouse button to resize. Super key and left allows you to move a window, pressing it anywhere. It's pretty cool. So I really enjoy the environment that KDE provides. It's been, and maybe I can put you guys here. That's where the chat is. It's kind of backwards, but there, yeah, I think my my head was in the way again of the chat, so Now you can see what you're typing. And thanks again yesterday for pointing out the fonts were way too small. So yeah, we're back to normal fonts. And of course, we're getting spam calls in the middle of the chat. Should probably turn off all my notifications on here too. There we go. All right. So I think we're live on YouTube. I think we're live on everything. Tomorrow will be much smoother, but yeah, last night was really painful. I tried to catch up on my sleep up until 10:30. I hate having, nothing screams of IT than having to work till 5 in the morning. Anyway, layers. We looked at layers yesterday to show that we could remove the progress that we put behind each slice. We got even more calls. Good God. Let me just mute this for a second. Okay. Enough calls. I hope. Let me just get rid of that. 1 second. Okay. Notifications stopped. Let's get going. So, recap yesterday. What we did was take care of this one slice here, and we didn't actually do the proper one that we said. So we want to say congratulations, we named your event. So we don't have a congratulations view, so we're going to do a new file, and we're going to have a create space, space created confirmation handlebars. So we have that. It's funny that this, let's refresh that. Why is this still modified? This is really bizarre. Hey, Dennis. Well, you're going to have a lot of time to catch these live because we're going to do one every day until the big event in Berlin. So I'm hoping that you're going to be there. If not, well, we'll try and figure out another event. Anyway, let's see. Space created confirmation. It's Dennis. This is super easy. Event modeling's fun. So, no matter how much work there is, having it really sliced up into this progress of going through. So, yeah. Oh, great! If you're going to be in Berlin, that'd be wonderful. It's a free event. Yeah. So, hopefully, it works out. I can't wait. All right. Next, yeah, so what do we have? We have a schedule. So we kind of have this way of doing things. Oh, we had a really horrible layout for that. But here's the mustache syntax for repeating things, etc. It's pretty cool. Oops, I don't want to chat. Yeah, get out of here. So this is the kind of, yeah. Oh yeah, join from YouTube or whatever's convenient. Yeah, I'm trying to cast to 4 different places, so you can catch these live streams on Twitch is the main one. Then there is YouTube, which is another big one, and of course Twitter, which I have a lot of connections from all the way back 2008, I guess, when I joined, and yeah, and then of course LinkedIn, because I have a lot of professional connections as well. Now LinkedIn allows you to stream, so hopefully there's some people from LinkedIn joining as well. All right, let's get this confirmation handlebars thing done. So let's AI make a full HTML page template. I'm not using the layouts in handlebars. Handlebars has this like content nesting, like you would with Hugo and other static site generators, where you have like a template for all pages where you can put your menu and your styles and all that. For this, I want to keep things separate, so I have turned off that feature in handlebars. I believe, yeah, default layout is false. You do have a default layout you have to put in if you don't set this as false. So each of these views that you have here will be inserted into the default layout, so you would really just be responsible for the content. But here I really want to embrace the sort of opposite of don't repeat yourself, and see just how much trouble we get ourselves into by doing it ourselves first, and then adding that abstraction if we find that it's useful later. The other thing is, of course, we're tied to a specific engine here. If we do that, if we want to show an example of using multiple stacks to the same thing, we got to think of ways of collaborating these templates across the different tech stacks in a more generic way that's less tailored to a specific technology. So create space. Okay, so make a full HTML page template in handle bars that shows the open space name that was just created. Generate. All right. And I probably won't know space name. Sure. Accept that. And let's see if we have that redirection to create to space created confirmation in, because I think I forget what I think we just give a generic other view here. We just go to schedule, I think, or something else. I forget what we did. So if we have add room, but this is the name of the open space thing here. So we also didn't put the great. Yeah, if you have trouble finding me on YouTube if I'm live streaming, just search for event modeling. It should be an event modeling channel that I'm running, and yeah. So what we did here is, okay, failed to write events to system. Here we just do space name and current timestamp. So we do have space name as something that's coming in, but we actually want to go to the space created confirmation. Okay, so AI is actually pretty good. So Cursor AI also has this code pilot type of interface where you can just tab complete stuff that it thinks it wants you to do. So it seems to have worked. Let's give this a go. Again, I'm not really bothering with anything like unit tests on here. This stuff's going to be tested by running every single page all the time. So our unit tests are really going to start to come in when we're actually doing some business logic. And right now we're doing what's called a kind of a walking skeleton, just to show some of the mechanics of this. So, and again, I hope that the font size is better than yesterday. People are able to see on their phones. I was trying to watch my recording yesterday, and the projector I set up is a little bit far away. I had to use the zoom feature of the projector, and I couldn't really read anything that I was writing. So my apologies for that. I'm going to make a giant font for our streams from now on. Sometimes it's nice to have so many things on screen at once, but you know, for sharing stuff, it doesn't work quite as well. All right, so let's just see if this works. So we go to here, we go node. Oh, we went to events. Oh yeah, so that's another thing that I said, is to use git add -a instead of git add dot, because it doesn't matter where you are in your tree. Git -a will add everything you changed in your repo, not just the current folder and what's in it. We're going to revisit that when we do some Git stuff later. Let's see. So now we have node. Do that. And of course, let's see. I didn't bother fixing the integration for hello, current server time is this. I didn't do the we didn't fix the debugging in VS Code. I think I need to enable something and the other thing I got to do. Oh, why is this not doing anything? Cannot get the name the open spaces or create space, I think. That was our post. There we go. Namespace. So our base. Okay, so yes, the names have been created. Okay. So the one problem here is that we're just spitting out what's going on here directly from what we submitted, which is not true, not the way we want to do that. We want to use a projection of all events. And in this case, the projection could just be take the last event of this type. So instead of getting this, we can say edit, get this using a function called let's call it open space name state view. I just put SV because I put C for commands and other things like that. So, or I think I had read models RM before, but state view should be fine. So let's do that. Okay, and so that's fine. We're gonna get that, and now we're going to create. Don't worry, I'll put this into the proper place. Just gonna shove it in here for now. So now we're going to say there. So we don't want to do that. It did this correctly, but we want to return. So let's just see. Control K. Left fold all events in the events folder. I should say reduce because it's JavaScript. It should probably reduce all events in the event folder to get this info from the last event of type open space named event. I think that would be it. Okay. I'll accept that. I think we have, I think we can optimize this to reuse. Can set this up somewhere here. So I can just say, edit, set up the event files handling code above to be reused. We're going to be doing that a lot. So just see what it does. Append to file. Okay, file. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so that's kind of reusing it. I want it to really see it, get rid of some of this other stuff. So that sort of did it, but we still have event path name. Yeah. Make sure the event store path is abstract at the top. Just don't like how much code is in a simple thing. Looks like I want my state views to be a lot simpler. I don't want the file system to be really, you know, the require shouldn't be there. Let's see if that does it. Oh, good. Okay, so it did get rid of that. So it does read file, event split filter. Okay, so we do have this filter event trim doesn't equal whatever. Okay, so it's doing another thing. So that's okay. I'm going to accept that because I think it put this at the top here. Yeah, so it's got that at least, and this requirement here. It's got an append to this. One thing that I don't like that it's still doing is this convention for this. See, yeah, over here it's not doing it right. So VS Code multi-tool hotkey. Zoom works well. I have a remapping for I think the code squishing. This is clashing with my Zoom. These guys. So I'm going to fix that another day. Anyway, thanks, Dennis. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm still not liking this. What do we have at the top here? So we got this append to file. It's got the event store path, the dir name plus event store path. Okay, so I think it's better to use the chat in some of these greater refactorings. So where's that? There it is. So new chat, normal chat. Give me a new chat. Why is it doing? Okay, let's just use this one. I think it thinks that's still a new chat. Okay. And remember to hit Control Enter to chat with the code base. Find ways to use, or not just use, event store path where possible. Oops. Now I have to stop that and do it with the code base. So I think you can remove some of the stuff like package things so it doesn't send up so much information and get like tricked. Oops, append. So what about add to chat? What about this? So what did it do here? Okay, so it did that. So we can apply this. Seem to do it. Event store path, open space and event. The other thing that I want is to make a function. So const. No, we already have that. We want create event name. Event file name. No. And we want this to be a function. That. But we want to include the path. No, we want to include the time from the event. Include the time from the event in the name. Formatted time replace, so event time, event name from time. Okay, so time should be first for ordering when listing the directory. So formatted time, that, and I think that's good enough. Except, so we have create event file name, and now we can get rid of all of this. Event store path, so it should have. It's not Copilot, Dennis. It's better. It's Cursor AI, but it knows quite a bit. It's the only reason I'm using VS Code. Otherwise, I'd be in NeoVim or IntelliJ. This is the only thing that's keeping me here right now. Simply because I can get more refactoring with fewer keystrokes if I know what I'm doing. And I like this highlighting and knowing that I need to address this area of code, and it'll do it for me. So, okay. We still want that event, so that looks pretty good. Create file name. I think I want end path with path. And then here I don't want that, but this should be event store path. I think it is already event store path. Okay, so that's good. So it's suggesting that I can just hit tab to do that. Yeah, no, this is like way faster. Again, I've been trained on years of IntelliJ stuff, from ReSharper to Writer to IntelliJ. All those refactoring shortcut chords are etched in my brain because of guys like JP Boodhoo and Oren, and that's all in the .NET space. So, yeah, that's so the only way. Hey, ERA, good to see you. Lots of friends popping in to say hi. Yeah, so I wish I wasn't fiddling with this already, but it's irritating me. It's gonna, like, I want more concise code. I don't want the boilerplate to be in my face all the time. So I want all of these things replaced, right? So, I can say, use the function instead. Option, what are you on a Mac or something? Command option, what is that? I have Control, Alt, Super key. I don't know what you're talking about. We use real computers here. Anyway, yeah, extract method, right? Of course. Yeah, extract variable, inline variable, all of those. Control Alt B, Control B to go to definition or whatever it was, not Control B. I forget. Shift F6, rename, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, man, real computers. I'm really happy with this Kubuntu Focus. It's got a 4090 mobile in it. It's amazing. Pretty computers. Ugh. Yeah, I'll buy some purple robes and white sneakers, and that'll go perfectly well with my silver Apple laptop. No, thank you. So let's see. Did we actually do this? Create. Where did I put that? I don't know if I like this. It kind of. Did this actually? Where did I put this? Go to definition. Not found. Yeah, see, I just deleted it. See, this is some of the weird stuff. So, no, I don't want this. Reject. I should probably just have everything in context because I got confused there. Aha. So it does see, look at this. It does have this. So I can just tab if that pops up. Perfect. So it did this. Timestamp. I want this to be. I actually want the event to be done first and reuse that from the event. So let's go up here, and then instead of timestamp, we want open that, because we actually will want to make some of this kind of generic. And then, so we do want that. I hate this stuff polluting that, so that's better. And then this should, why is this still used? Oh, because of that. And we still need, and actually no, this is wrong. Open space name, that is going to actually be not going to take anything, because that's actually just going to get whatever we have. Perfect. So that's going to be good, but we still have this event path stuff. TC39 proposal of a pipe operator be interest JSTS. No, I'm really, yeah, here I am using oh, what's some interesting Steam mentions here? Steam mentioned. What do we have here? Getting Alienware. I just installed a bunch of Asus ROG routers for getting 10 gigabits over the air in the house. So anyway, yeah, if you want a pretty computer, the Dell XPS is beautiful. I love that finish. It's been one of my favorites. Did you see these proposals? Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure there's some really nice improvements to the syntax, but I really want to I really want to stay agnostic from the changes and all that. I actually want to be using syntax from 4 years ago, just to keep things stable, honestly. I mean, it's nice and all, but I favor boring and stable to new and exciting, especially in JavaScript. The hell did I do? Why is my keyboard's wonky? What did I do? Oh, I see. I think it's my cable. I have to run it through. I have these, I know a lot of people like fancy mechanical keyboards and these split keyboards, but I have a traditional layout keyboard. However, it has like an amazing set of switches. It's from, oh, so I don't want that. Just F11 there for a full chat. Just have to improve. Oops, F11 again. Let me just see. I gotta snake this cord through. Because my keyboard was long. So I have to snake the cable all the way to the left. Or well, I shouldn't actually. Notch to go, maybe go straight through that. In the back. Just force it through. There we go. I can show you the keyboard. You can barely see the keys on here, but it is one of my favorite keyboard manufacturers, the Leopold, so the FC 980, just one of the nicest switches I've ever felt that's on this, and really heavy caps. An amazing keyboard. So I have about 4 of these Leopolds that are in the office, home office, some travel ones that are smaller. Anyway, this is open source. This is all here. There you go. Event-modeling/open spaces Como Camp. So there you go. If you want to participate in this stuff, go for it. Anyway, back to work. I am going to have to go. I got some tickets to see the Garfield movie before it's released, a day before. So I'm a big fan of Garfield since I was a kid, and I like cartooning and drawing. So I'm going to see the Garfield movie premiere later today. I don't know what else you guys are doing. It's probably too late in Europe to do any movie watching, but hopefully, yeah, I think in Canada, the release date, in the US as well, I think is tomorrow. So should be fun. I also have a Garfield mug, but I'm not using it today. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow. All right. Yeah, I'm not going yet. I'm still coding. Oh, well, Tim, have fun in your business meetings. I am going to continue to hack away on this gross code to make it look a little bit better. I do want, well, I always say I hate, being a stickler for code quality. Here I'm trying to teach something, so I do want a little bit clearer, more concise code. But when we're doing production stuff, we're not really there to teach people. We're there to get the state to what we want it to be at each step. And the messy code is contained to their own buckets. So we don't want this type of work to eat up time, as long as quality doesn't suffer. So anyway, it'll all make sense one day. So now we don't have these, so we don't need that. Event store path, we don't need that because we know what that is in a const. Yeah, so we want to Control K, iterate through all files in the event door. That stupid thing. Why does it not have context with the rest? So reject. I don't want to require a path. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, Tim, that would be pretty cool to see your talk in Poland. That'd be really cool. I was born in Poland, so it would be pretty cool to see what you say. Obviously, you're not going to do that in Polish, I hope. But anyway, yeah, it would be really cool to see what you have to say. Yeah. Yeah, the readability thing is really tough because I do like clean code. Honestly, it's nice to look at, but then, getting beaten up by the industry trying to get value to be really high. There's more important things than code quality. So it's a tough one because people don't like to hear that. I like fiddling with code. I like seeing it transform. I like the refactoring. Yeah, no, don't. I mean, it's as a Polish person, I would not recommend learning it. Every time I talk to my father and try to speak Polish, he's always correcting my grammar every second word. So, yeah, it's not an easy language. But common phrases are fun, I guess, in any language to learn. I'm sure they will share that with you. Although with all the AI stuff for language, that's actually really promising. We'll see. Maybe we'll be better that way. All right, back. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. So it's getting in the way of doing work, which is fine. I love it. And if you're in Europe, Tim, I hope you join the open spaces. That would be really cool to see you there. Yeah, great code is terribly and profoundly ordinary. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make. Well, I'm trying to make it concise. So the goal here is to not have, and the reason I'm not putting it in separate files as well, and keeping it in one, is just to kind of force myself to really not have to scroll around a lot to show everything. So, yeah. We do test first. We don't do TDD because the design part that's implied in TDD is, you're totally trolling me here. I know you are. But this is our design, right? We've replaced the design features out of TDD. If you want to do TDD, it's really like contained to the logic in these boxes here. So the scope is so narrow that it kind of doesn't really apply. Anyway, yeah, I know. Yeah, Yari knows me. He's totally pulling my leg. So definitely gonna. I asked for this, being so vocal. So bring it on. Whatever. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Back to app.js. And we still have some issues. Does this actually work? This stuff here to show me errors. I'm so used to having everything really pop out at me in the IntelliJ IDs, so it's just kind of blah. But the AI makes up for it. Right. I also hate a lot of vertical spacing because of how I'm teaching this. So yeah, no, same. So we do have unit tests for our infrastructure, but honestly, the infrastructure gets tested because everything runs through it. So it's, if there's a problem there, nothing will work. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's two sides to being vocal. If you're just controversial for the sake of being controversial and being a troll, and you actually haven't done the work to stand with some evidence behind what you say, then you're going to be a pain in the ass. But yeah, So, but I know that you've done the hard work. So when you're speaking up about things, I know that it's worthwhile to listen and understand what you're saying. And then there's the others that are just like anything new, regardless of what you've put in for your own research, that's just not on their radar. They're just going to poo-poo it. So, oh, is it still tiny to read? Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for that. I will make it even bigger. But someone should get some reading glasses. No, I'm just kidding. I know it says. Let's see about this. Where's my view? Again, I would control plus this, but my shortcuts are just blah. Appearance, zoom in. I'm not zooming any more in. Okay, if you're reading this on a tiny iPhone 4 or something, you got to go to a computer. Sorry, I'm not getting any bigger than this. All right, Gary, good to see you. Okay. What? Okay. Watching this on a 17-inch laptop? Okay, come on. So, yeah. Fine. Noted. How many lines do I actually have? Like 24 lines? 25 lines here? Alright. Well, talk about incentive for concise code. I'm going to start naming variables with a single letter just to keep you guys happy. Let's at least shrink that a bit. Some of the chat, just so you can see. Alright. The chat takes up horizontal space. Well, that's okay. This one is just file names, so I don't really, like, we're really focusing on a couple of files at a time. So it's not that bad. When we implement these slices, I know this is actually now more readable. So, you know, this is typically with a minimalistic approach to doing a command handler. Oh, I see. Chat takes up horizontal space. I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. On your screen. Yes. So you got to have a. You guys are very chatty today. Nice to see. And if you want to continue the chat, of course, there's I have to say Discord, and I should probably zoom that in. But look at all the great discussions on Discord. It's just amazing. This community has really exploded, and Martin doing so much for the Miro plugin. To a lot of people have the Miro thing, and as part of their company tooling. So the additions for event modeling that he's made are amazing. All the way to code generation. Yeah, so much info here. So if you guys kind of like this approach of slicing up solutions and taking them a step at a time to really understand where you're at, yeah, join that Discord. It's on the event modeling page under resources. So hopefully we can have further discussions on this there. But wow, that's Zoom. Wow. All right, layers, we can move here and go back to our code because I forgot where we were already, but that's okay. I think I have ADHD. Anyway. So we have this require thing, which I hate. Create file name with path, file append. I really want to make sure it's the garbage truck. No, always something. So this repeated code. Okay, we don't need a timestamp now because we got rid of that. Append file. I think we want this to be extracted as a method as well. Yeah, OBS, just a standard noise cancellation. is really, really good. I don't even think about it now. The fan could be spinning up on the computers. I could have like I have the pass through on my headset just in case something. I could have noise canceling, but that's mostly for flying on the airplane to make it quieter. But for this, I just like to have the monitor on my head. I could use little earbuds to do that, but I wouldn't be a cool streamer without a giant set of headphones on my head, right? Anyway, part of the appeal of these streams, I guess. So yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's see how well our AI extracts the file stuff. So, should I do this as a new chat? Yeah, so we can do this and add to chat, and we can say make, and then I don't want to have anything selected here because that'll limit the scope of what the chat's going to look at. Make a function that will take care of the file handling, so this is not as verbose. I like AI stuff because I can actually document kind of what I want out of the code instead of just, why did you press that shortcut, right? So handle file, ugh, that's a horrible name. Handle file operations. Okay, so it kind of, let's see what it's proposing here. So, okay, it's giving me some stuff, spaces required, status 404. Handle file operations is, oh, yuck. It has a callback thing. I don't want that to be. Still kind of wordy. I'm going to say don't use a callback. That. I guess I could have some coding background music. Like a lot of the cool streamers have some like funky stuff going on. But then I have to worry about copyright and stuff. Okay, so, await. Okay. Event path. FS promises. Isn't there like a sync version? I thought there was. Yeah, well, I don't think it'll get me demonetized and blocked. It'll get me demonetized for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's legal things. I don't want to deal with legal things. I'm not looking to make money from these streams. This is really about just, I think what's happened after COVID is everything's kind of gone on virtual connections, and so people aren't like, I think streaming is part of running your business. It's about being. I'll get to your question in a second. XF Stefan, I guess. I'm not sure what your full name is, but XF Steph. Like running a business, I think if you're always interacting with communities and you're talking about how you're different, well, you got to be there every day. So this is kind of my new day job, is to really talk about this stuff and, really be there every day. Yeah, so hopefully that's good. Let's see how this did. Console error rate event. Okay, I don't want any consoles. This looks a little better. But it's still using this append file system, file append sync. I don't know if that's valid code. Oof. It looks better. Let's get some error handling in there. No space name is that. All right. I guess we'll work with that. So yeah, I'm gonna do it every day. I think there's so many different things I want to build for open source stuff. So many people are asking, do you have an open source version of this? Do you have an open source version of an event store? Do you have an open source version of blah, blah, blah? So yeah, there will be that. There will be the book and all of the other things. I just gotta do it every day. But lots of life things are in the way too. So it's gonna be many more nights of dealing with network trouble till 5 in the morning. Let's apply this. So, okay, so it did all this other stuff with require file stuff. Okay, so it knows that up here, see, it knows that we have this file system here. So why does it assume that we don't all the other times? All right, except, how do you guys use event modeling to design error handling and type checking? So event modeling is not a replacement for UML to do all this. It's a really good question. So event modeling is a layer above that. It is an example of walking through following the data to have, how did that get posted here? Sorry. Okay. Something's going on. I think I pasted a bunch of stuff in here, and this Draw.io plugin is kind of not working. But I wanted to explain that for you, so let me do that for you. See, look at that. It's totally stuck. Blah. Let's see what... what did it do? Is there a lot of crap that's in here? Something's off. Why is that different? Okay, something changed in size. We added the progress. Really? I thought I committed this already. And what is this? This looks like an arrow. It's got a parent. Nope, it's something else. But why does it have a parent? Anyway. And something's eating my CPU right now. So I think this Draw.io plugin is meh. Hey, look at that. Not even showing up. Yuck. There's no process for that. Ugh, way too much crap. Okay. Now, what did I do to that file? I guess I can reopen this. That's the other open source project we're going to go to after the workshops as a company. Maybe I can, does this? No. Oh my god, VS Code has totally crapped the bed. Close. Huh. Interesting. So VS Code is Dunzo. That was a spectacular crash. Thanks, VS Code. Really? Cursor AI is not here? Huh. You have to download a new image. Okay. Did it launch all of them? It didn't launch the one that I... Anyway. Yeah, just to answer your question, Stefan, we basically use... it's a nicer example of setting up a company with tax info and all that, slice by slice. Yeah, event modeling to design error handling and type checking. So there's type checking is not really, it's an implementation level thing. Here, an event model really shows the flow of data, so that serves as a good set of requirements and a good map for the solution to be able to find things. The things you're talking about, especially type checking, is how these things glue together. It's really at the implementation level. Again, this is too tiny to read, so I'll zoom in for you. But you're really looking at example data flowing through the system so that people that are implementing it or maintaining the solution are able to find things quickly and understand what's supposed to happen. It's really about a screen, like a screencast walkthrough of the application captured in a document. So as you're going across doing different things, it shows you how the system works. So it's not really in the spirit of event modeling to go and define the really nitty-gritty details. We assume that those will be done properly. So one of the things is error handling that you're mentioning. It's like exceptions and like what happens in a system when, you know, someone puts in, you know, a bad email or something. Speaking of bad email, let me correct this with proper spelling. Hi, see you, Tim. Nice to see you again. Here we basically would have another screen if we wanted to show like the error, so that's a good specification. You would have an extra screen in here for simple things. If it's a really big problem, like it's changing your entire workflow, like a whole bunch of trades went the wrong way and your financial trading application, you probably would have, you know, what we do is we have a separate workflow. We have like, okay, if something happens here at this point, we draw a big arrow over to another section of the event model and show a separate workflow for that particular one. But yeah, so we'll be working on this event model and this solution, also open source, part of the business in the box, when we're done with Berlin open spaces. So we'll be working on this one from start to finish, making these screens and everything else. I think I have some implementation already. It is open source. It is under the event modeling organization on GitHub, but we'll be doing more and more of it. So again, thanks for the interruption. This is what it's for. meant to do these discussions about, why are we doing this? Why aren't you just coding all the time? Well, I want people to be able to see, from the UX perspective, the UI perspective, why we designed something to work a certain way. And we also want to understand how we're tracking the data in the system, when data is entering the system, how we project that data back onto the screen so we can see all the coupling that we have, right? Yeah, exactly. So the nice thing about this is that you can ignore the detail so it doesn't distract you from the greater good of understanding the design and the vision. And also, this is also what I feel is the finest sort of granular module that you can make for doing proper estimates and getting good velocities. So as you can see, getting tax info involves about 6 steps here to set it up. And so instead of t-shirt sizes in Agile, you would have, well, this is 6 slices and I can show you why. So we're not just developers raising hands in a planning meeting, arguing why it's a small or a medium. We're actually looking at evidence as to why it's a certain size, and we can empirically kind of get, how long the team or an individual takes to make one of these slices work in reality. So really about, and of course you can see there's just a tiny bit of patterns. Like there's only real 2 patterns we use over and over again to decompose something that's more complex, like, this tax info, which is 6 stages for it to actually work properly. So we're always taking complexity and stretching it out horizontally, expressing it through the small set of patterns that gives us a good cadence. And so, yeah, I think honestly for open source, I think instead of a README file, having an event model instead would be way easier. Then people would be able to just open that up and understand how an open source solution works and go to that. Anyway, let me open up our old one. And this is, again, a small, there's recent workspaces. Open recent, Slice Company, event modeling. There it is, Como Camp. Oh, it didn't remember how zoomed in we were. Let's see at least if this event model works. All right, it works. And we still have that issue here. And we don't have the undo. Okay. Let's just see if Git can help us in this case. Because I think I had this committed before this change happened. So we'll undo that. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you're asking questions. Again, the original article is on eventmodeling.org. The original blog post is linked at the bottom. It's what is event modeling, and that's something I wrote in 2018. And yeah. Oh, hey, Martin. Yes, Como Camp Mirrorboard is still alive. That is the original. Yes, let's take a look. Am I gonna have to? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't have much time today, Martin, but I will revisit that again. I quickly drew this one up just to not have to mess with Miro for now. But yeah, definitely we'll look at the original one that we made. Let's see if I can just get this back. So view, appearance, zoom in. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow maybe. So I don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming again. And editor, appearance. Oh, yes, like it doesn't take much to be an expert in event modeling. It's really about discipline, not to go too deep on specifications, but also to go deep enough so that you're not just having very generic tickets that you're organizing your backlog. And so there's actually a lot of unlearning that needs to be done, really, which makes it harder to adopt than actual learning, which, is really kind of true for a lot of things in the industry. Let's see, zoom in. I'm going to go back here because I think we want to be at the level where I can see. Yeah, that's same with me. I mean, I was really into a lot of things in Agile and mocking and certain BDD frameworks that I needed to let go. A lot of test-driven development stuff I needed to let go to really flourish with these simpler concepts. So we certainly are our own worst enemies in a lot of this stuff. Let's see. I think we need one more zoom level for you, Stefan. Let me try. Because we got about 25 lines of visible code here. So now it's perfect. All right, and we stopped at this thing, kind of giving us some sort of a decent. Did we apply this? Oh, we're going to fix this as well. See, I'm doing like too many things at once. I'm getting distracted. So we had this issue here of this change. So get diff. I think we can reset. Check out. What's the command here? Untracked files, modified event IO, restore. Okay, in the working directory. So we want to restore this, but we want to do it a bit at a time, just getting this out. So git restore. I think it's patch to do it. Yes. So what is this change? Ooh, we got this and this, so we don't want to restore that. We don't want to restore that. This is the back. Okay, Atom done is this yellow thing here, so we don't want to do that. This geometry thing, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a property of that guy. Okay, so not that. So no, we don't want to restore that. Do we want to restore this? Okay, so this has, name EM. I think this is it. This is what replaced it with this ugly light color. Yeah, that's our code that got pasted in here. So yeah, we do want to restore this. So yeah, we want to restore that. And I think that's, oh, there you go. See, it changed right away. Thank you, Git. Anyway, git restore-p. Now you learned something. Patch is something that people don't know. Most people don't know that is available on most Git commands that you get when you do a Git status. And it tells you about restoring files and all this stuff. So if you want to add this one or add any of these or restore any of these, if you just add the -p, that stands for patch, it'll walk you through that. Walk through the changes bit by bit, and you can tease them apart, which ones you actually want to restore, which ones you want to add, in case you get yourself into an issue where you've changed too many things. You want to kind of split them apart into commits. I'm not a big fan of having to do that, but sometimes it happens. So anyway, we fixed that, which is good. And let's go back to the code. Did we do this? I think we applied it. Let's just run it. Heck, why not? Really? Why am I not able to node run this? What? Oh, I don't think NVM. Okay. Where do we have that? Cursor AI. This, we kind of want this here, right? And again, the stuff I was talking about, open spaces in Berlin, June 7th, Saturday, be there or be square. Awesome stuff. Anyway, let's get rid of that. 1 second here. Let me mute my mic. Okay, 15 minutes until I gotta go. But anyway, great to see so many people still watching me struggle through this. Let's see, go back here, refresh this, create space, my new space, fail to write the system. Okay, good. So we have a failure, which I like to see. Oh, shoot. This is event path is not defined. Create new file. Oh, right. Create formatted time. Good old console log, right? And of course, it's in the wrong place. It's never going to be reached. I do have to restart this. I really should get the debugging thing fixed on here. What did it say? Event store, blah, 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 blah. Failed to write to event path. Event path is not defined. Event path is not defined. So that's fine. Try. Okay. And so why is this not defined? Looks good to me. I don't like that name though. I want a dash in here. And yeah, what is this? 20. I guess that's the time. I should have a better symbol in between the times. And the year is kind of wonky. Yeah, that name, that file name is really gross. Alright, so I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to instruct this to edit. Maybe. And I'm going to tell it to make it something nicer, 2024. Ah, really? No. Use the dynamic. Oh, that's really gross. What is it doing? It looked so nice before. Horrible. Okay. Just use the ISO date time format instead of the replaces. This looks gross. There's a problem here. Dot anything. Replace the colon with that. That's fine. That's this guy that's got issues, I think. I don't think we need to do any of this. It's just erasing stuff. Let's see what that does. Sorry, I just want this name. I want these events. Oh no, that's. I don't know why I did that. I think it was fine. That was milliseconds. It has the year. Anyway, that's what you get for. That's what you get for staying up till 5 working on network problems. Don't want any of that. I think it should be fine. I just don't like this dash dash. Whatever. It's fine. At least I know what the format is. Needless to say, we have an undefined event path for some reason. Where did it fail? That's that. 83. So it's actually failing here. Oh, right. Event path. Oh, so it's failing in a different place. Oh, duh, it's failing here. 108. Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay, so we have that. So yeah, we didn't finish this. So we want to iterate over, yeah, we never accepted this. So we have to actually get all the events here. So let's go back to that. Control V. Get all events in event store. Then reduce to get last open space named event. And return the name of the space event. Even though I'm making spelling mistakes, it's good. Oh, look at that. No. Okay. Read all files in that dir. Yeah, tomorrow's more, so looking forward to doing more. I'm even going to do weekends up until this event, so take care, Stefan. Nice to have you. For specific file names. Okay. Fill. Oh, 1 second. Try the delivery. Hello? Yeah, come on up. All right, more stuff. filter file names that. So you can start to add some filtering here. Open space named. So blah 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 blah. Const event files. So all of those file includes. This is okay, but it's a little, we can do better. So let's accept this. And I'd like to have a nesting of callbacks to do this, right? So ugh, that looks pretty gross. I don't know if I like that. Let's do it in stages. Let's do it in stages. Let's get rid of all this junk. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's make a function called getAllEvents function. Use callback to filter. Actually, not a. Should we use a callback? I'm going down the rabbit hole here. Should just be a regular parameter and it does the filtering. But then we have like a problem with like, oh, if I want to read all of them, I don't want to filter at all. Then we have like, just get everything. Use callback to filter based on name. Okay. Ugh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't need all this other stuff. No need for app.get. This is a helper function. Getting ahead of itself here. Slow down there, buddy. Okay, I don't need the event name either. Don't need the event name. Assume all files in. Where is that damn thing? I don't think it's taking all of the questions. So sorry, taking all the event store path. Now I hate taking the cursor somewhere else because it sometimes loses track of what it's doing. Okay, there's some, in the earlier versions there was some weird parsing things that it had issues with, but now it's nice. Okay, way too much code. This is not. I don't want to read file. I'm gonna get all event. Get all event file names, not the contents. Reader. And that's not what the callback. Use the callback to filter the list file names. I don't think it knows what it's doing. Okay. Anyway, we'll pick this up tomorrow. I got to run. I got lots of stuff to do. So we're just going to reject this and get a good night's sleep and address this with a fresh brain because I am toast. But I will push this up even though it's not working so you guys can play with it. View, terminal, this, get status. What do we work on? We did this new thing. We wanted to work on that next piece. Let's go back to this and we want to mark this guy as layers, progress, this, copy this, paste this, move it over. Oh, wrong thing. Control Z. Move this and format. We want this, get out of here, layers. Where's our nice backgrounds? Which ones did we use? Did I use this guy, right? So that's done. I think yellow, or yeah, yellow should be doing. So, and text we want black. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Why? We'll zoom in here, and this will be in progress. That's what I'm working on. If you guys want to take the other slices and work on them, that's what we can do. So I've done this one, and then this is in progress. And so, of course, make this a little thinner. Yep, because we're working on this. And yeah, lots of discussion, slow going, but it's fun to just sit around and chat about this stuff together. All right, so now that I've done this, get add everything. Status, do we add anything that we don't want? No, I think that's all we want. Trying to do state, view, slice, and finish. Finish the info code. 2. Okay. Don't need the F. There we go. Perfect. So it's up there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nice to have some chats. Didn't get as far as possible as I wanted to go because of not having sleep at night because of the network stuff. I'm going to have an attempt to add it at some point soon. And I definitely want to leave you with the Open Spaces announcement. Yes, please. And June 6th is the workshop. So if you're in Berlin, you want your company to do this, you want to send a few people, I'll be teaching that all day on June 6th. June 7th is really the open space that's going to allow you to experience this with the whole community. So thanks again, everyone, for joining today. And of course, a beautiful product, that's the proof board that allows you to do event models much more quickly and generate code out of them. Alexander is obviously going to be there and teaching alongside with me, and of course participating in the open spaces. So lots of good stuff. A really cool venue as well. I hear, haven't been there, but I'm looking forward to it. Lots of sponsors already doing that. There's going to be food as well, so he'll be taken care of. Anyway, good excuse to go visit Berlin. Maybe add on a few days to tour around. Lots of good museums on Museum Island, one of my favorite cities. So Anyway, thanks a lot everyone for joining. I will be seeing you soon, I guess tomorrow. So yeah, more tomorrow.